Hi everybody, this is Laura and Arnie with Crazy Cool Cakes.
Today we're going to be teaching you how to make these beautiful Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Cupcake toppers.
What a great idea for Christmas cupcakes. And if you'd like to learn how to make this sweet Rudolph cake, check out this wonderful tutorial by our friend Lori, the icing artist.
Wow, that's cute! We're really happy to be working with her. Now let's make our Rudolph topper.
Let's start by creating the base for our topper. This is a beautiful baby teal and I'm using a 2-inch cutter for this. To create Rudolph's head, I'm using a nice brown gum paste and I'm going to roll it into a small teardrop and then semi-flatten it with my fingers. Almost looks like a guitar pick, just like this. For some beautiful shading, I'm going to be using my favorite brown color from my collection of non-toxic chalks. I'm only adding a little dust at the top and bottom of his head. Remember that non-toxic dust like these should only be used on toppers that will be kept as keepsakes. Here I'm giving Rudolph some beautiful rosy red cheeks. Now I can add the head to the base, so I'm going to add a little bit of edible glue and I'm going to place it about a ½ inch from the bottom. For his little ears, I'm going to roll out 2 BB-sized pieces of gum paste and I'm going to roll them into little teardrops and then flatten them with my fingers. To make the inner ear, I'm going to use the wider end of my veining tool and I'm going to create small indentations right in the center. I want the inner ear to be a lighter shade of brown, so I'm going to roll out 2 little tiny balls of gum paste and again roll them into tiny teardrops and flatten them with my fingers. After adding a little bit of edible glue to the ears, I'm going to carefully place these little teardrops right in the middle. I'm pinching the smaller end of the ears together. I want them to be super pointy. After adding a little bit of glue to the back of each ear, I can now add it to the head. I think they look so cute when they're pointing outward like this. Tap, tap, tap them down. Let's give Rudolph his cute red nose. Roll out a small red ball of gum paste and then semi-flatten the bottom on your table. Add a little bit of glue and place it near the bottom of his face. For the little red bow around his neck, I'm going to roll out some red gum paste and cut out 2 small strips. These are about 1/4 inch in width. This first strip will be 2 inches long. I'm going to fold this strip in half and then I'm going to fold the center towards me. Give it a good little pinch. Do the same for the ends. Pinch them towards you. Now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to add a little bit of edible glue to the ends of the bow. I'm going to carefully fold it over to the center. Do the same thing to the other side and give it a good little press right in the middle. Our second little strip is only about 1 inch long. After adding a little bit of glue, I'm going to place it right in the center and have it meet up in the back. Just like that. I'm using the handle of my brush to open up my loops again. I'm going to add a little bit of edible glue to the back of my bow and place it right under his chin. Make sure it's nice and stuck. For the eyes, I'm going to roll out 2 tiny little black balls of gum paste, roll them into little capsule shapes, and then flatten them with my finger. I'm adding a tiny bit of glue to the back of each eye and then placing them right on the face. Tap them down to make sure they're nice and secure. Now we're going to make the antlers, and for this I'm going to take some very dark brown gum paste and I'm going to roll it nice and thin to about 4 inches in length. This is enough for both antlers. I'm giving Rudolph's antlers a very beautiful and whimsical look. I'm only going to curl the ends. Curl the second antler in the opposite direction. Make sure they're both the same length. Here I'm testing the size of my antlers and I'm also going to cut the ends off to make sure they're nice and flush with the top of his head. After adding a little bit of glue to the back of each antler, I'm going to carefully place it on my base. As you can see, the antlers make a beautiful heart shape. I'm going to give each antler 2 cute little branches, so for this I'm going to roll out little tiny teardrops and then I'm going to arch each one. I'm cutting the wider end of each little branch to make sure it sits nice and flush with the antler. You can pretty much put these wherever you'd like, but I think it looks really nice if you put them in the same location on both antlers. The easiest way to add these is to add edible glue to the base and then just add the little branch to it. Now that looks cute. To make my topper even more beautiful, I'm going to shade the entire edge of the circle. For this, I'm going to use a really pretty blue from my non-toxic chalk collection. If you've never dusted with color, you should try it. It's super fun. To give my topper a beautiful Christmassy glow, I'm going to add pearl shimmer to the entire surface. I'm going to use white gel food coloring and my nail dotting tools to add beautiful glow dots to his eyes and nose. To mimic snow, I'm also going to add little white dots to the entire blue background. Lastly, for an elegant touch, I'm going to use my gold airbrush color and I'm going to add different size dots using different size nail dotting tools. Wow, now that is a beautiful Rudolph cupcake topper. Huh? Here's one in green. What do you think, baby?
Those are super cute.
We hope you enjoyed this tutorial, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to check out our friend Lori's Rudolph cake tutorial.
It's the perfect match to our topper. Plus, we know you'll really enjoy it. Her videos are always so fun and entertaining, and she's got tons of step-by-step tutorials. Head on over to her channel and don't forget to subscribe. We'd like to wish all of our subscribers a very Merry Christmas. If you'd like some more Christmas inspiration, be sure to check out our entire Christmas playlist. You can find the link underneath our video. A couple of my personal favorites are on this screen now. If you'd like to learn how to make these beautiful angel cupcake toppers, click on the video on the left. And if you'd like to learn how to make these adorable snowman cupcake toppers, click on the video on the right. You can find links to our online shops and our social media underneath our video. We'd love for you to visit. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe.